She'd looked me straight in the eyes when she said it. My guy best friend and I booked a hotel room to talk. If you trusted me, you wouldn't call it cheating. She delivered the line so casually, as if the absurdity of it was something I was supposed to swallow without choking. And I did. I nodded like an idiot, feeling my chest twist in on itself. You're right, I murmured. My trust issues are my responsibility. That was the final moment she ever dictated the story. Love has a strange way of turning into leverage. We had been together for 5 years, 5 years of shared mornings, intertwining futures, and the foolish assumption that loyalty meant the same thing to both of us. Maybe she hadn't always been like this. Or maybe I had been too loud in my love to notice the fractures creeping beneath our feet. Her family adored me. Her mother used to say I was the son she'd wished for. Her father shook my hand like we were already bound by something resembling family. I was loyal. Painfully loyal. We talked about marriage, about forever. Believing her was the mistake that cost me everything. The unraveling began with one lie. A shift in her tone. Longer pauses before texts. That distant, hollow look in her eyes. She thought she hid it well. But the hotel room excuse, that was the explosion. I didn't yell. I didn't demand anything. I didn't ask why a conversation required a king-sized bed and blackout curtains. I just noted the crack in her voice, the way she defended him a little too smoothly, like she'd practiced. Suspicion didn't destroy me. It refined me. The next morning, while she showered, I stood in the kitchen and felt everything inside me go still. I made the most peaceful decision of my life. I would find out the truth. Not for closure. Not for reconciliation. For justice. I hired a private investigator. Quiet, methodical, unflinching. He didn't even raise an eyebrow when I gave him her name. Just said, 2 weeks. Those 2 weeks were 14 days of controlled calm. I still kissed her goodnight, still asked about her day, still acted like her lies weren't filling every room of our home like smoke. Meanwhile, the PI delivered truth in brutal clarity. Hotel cameras. Elevator footage. Time-stamped kisses. Hands on places they had no right to be. Bodies tangled in the same sheets she claimed were meant for talking. There was audio, too. Her voice, soft, guilty, intimate, saying things she hadn't said to me in months. Every clip cut deeper, but each slice made my plan sharper. I organized everything meticulously. Multiple files. Copies upon copies. I wasn't going to confront her alone. Her betrayal wasn't private. She'd chosen her audience without knowing it. And the perfect stage was already scheduled. Her family's yearly Christmas dinner. I volunteered to manage the tech setup that year. Projector, speakers, a sweet slideshow of family memories. Everyone loved the idea. She even kissed my cheek, relaxed, grateful, unaware. Unaware that the night before, she'd betrayed me again. Unaware that I had received more footage while lying inches from her. Her breathing deep and steady beside me. Revenge takes discipline. The house that evening smelled like cinnamon, pine, and manufactured warmth. Her mother wrapped her arms around me first. And I knew the truth was about to walk into the room with the same weight her lies once carried. Her father clapped me on the back. Her siblings teased me like nothing in the world was coming apart. She drifted around the room, the image of the ideal daughter, the perfect partner, the flawless pretender. When dinner wrapped up, they dimmed the lights for the family slideshow. She slipped her arm through mine. I didn't stop her. The first clips were innocent. Childhood snapshots, beach trips, birthdays, smiles bouncing around the room. Then the screen jittered, froze, and shifted. Her face reappeared, only this time in a live hotel hallway recording, crystal clear, her best friend's hand resting on her waist. A ripple of confusion moved through the room. Her father squinted at the screen. Her mother gasped and covered her mouth. The color drained from her face. "Turn it off," she hissed, squeezing my wrist. "This isn't funny." But I wasn't anywhere near the remote. Everything had been queued up ahead of time. Clip 2 rolled. The two of them in the elevator, kissing. She lunged toward the projector, but her father's voice cracked through the noise. "Sit down." She stopped mid-motion, trembling. The third clip started, hotel room footage. Nothing explicit, just enough to shatter the facade she'd curated so carefully. She collapsed into tears, stumbling over broken explanations. I can explain. This isn't, please. No one looked at her. Their eyes were on me. And that's when I finally spoke. Remember when you said my trust issues were my problem? I said, my voice level and sharp. You were right. They saved me. Her father rose slowly, as if the weight of disappointment anchored every movement. He didn't yell. He simply said her name, soft, defeated, as if something inside him had cracked. Her mother wept, for me, not for her. Her brother offered me a ride home. I shook my head. She chased me outside, tears sliding down her face like water leaking from a cracked foundation. Please, she whispered. I messed up. Don't walk away like this. Don't ruin me. I looked at her, really looked. The girl I once imagined a future with. The girl who laughed at my doubts. The girl who risked everything we had for one night behind a hotel door. I didn't ruin you, I said. You did. I just stopped shielding you from the truth. Then I walked away. Slow. Quiet. Free. She called for weeks. Texts, emails, voicemails, all unanswered. Not because I despised her. Hate still makes room for someone in your heart. I simply removed her from mine. Some nights I replay that Christmas dinner, not for revenge, but for closure. Justice isn't loud. It's meticulous, patient, a silent blade that cuts exactly where it needs to. I don't doubt my instincts anymore. I don't apologize for my boundaries. Trust is earned, and she spent hers carelessly. And in the end, I ended her lies with the same kind of line she once used on me. You're right. My trust issues were my problem, and they saved me.